Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Jimi Hendrix Experience.
I saw a devil with a sweat. He said, son, you gotta take this. Make it feel better. Out in the cold, cold world, with the screams and crowds. Yeah, don't you worry about the ice on your back, son. Don't you worry about that. So on the face to my piano, I will need a sweater. It's been cold, yeah, cold as hell. I'm gonna make me feel better. Yeah, it's a devil. Back to the devil. He was giving the sweaters away for free to live my souls, but just wanna be free. I shouldn't stop. You gotta take a man. He also wants to freeze your soul. I said so long, who's the boy? 'Cause you gotta let my people go. Oh no! That's one. Oh, just walk away. There's a warm fireplace. Peace. Compassion. sun on your face. Happiness is a hot cup of tea I drink. Tell the devil, yeah, how man swears. We're cold, yeah, cold as hell. Ain't gonna make me feel better. Can I tell her? Go tell.
What do all these artists have in common?
The god of hellfire! What would you do if I said
Everybody's talking at me. Can't live different speed.
December take you.
Baby, it's a wild world. Out of control. Go to the sea with the Sultans. On both sides now. Are you shot to sheriff? Move for a melody under the moon. Thank you. People get red. Oh, yeah.
I think working on Beggar's Banquet felt pretty special. It was being filmed at the Times. And when I worked with Hendrix and really with Bob Marley, it was before they became these kind of legends. I guess Led Zeppelin, when I worked with them, were already pretty successful.
They were all produced, engineered and recorded by the legend that is Phil Brown. But Phil isn't here today to talk about any of these artists or music. Phil's here to talk about an artist that he discovered that no one has ever heard of. Billy Yeager is a singer, songwriter, artist, humanitarian and activist. His music, films and his story is a fascinating journey, one of uncompromising artistic integrity.
Hey, Russell, pleased to meet you.
Hi Phil, welcome. Billy's story is not your everyday musician, filmmaker story. He's been called enigma, musical genius, incredible guitar player, a recluse, a rebel with a cause. His films have been called masterpieces, yet he doesn't release them to the public. In your opinion, who and what is Billy Yeager?
Well, definitely all of the above.
There was no computers or AI used to produce this song. Every instrument, including vocals, was performed by Billy Yeager. With painstaking devotion, Yeager sets out to reinterpret the songs of our musical heroes. not for ego, not for applause, but as an act of service. By stripping away worldly desires, he hopes to awaken a deeper consciousness, to shine a light on the suffering and injustice endured by most of the planet. He believes, with every fiber of his being, that music, pure, honest, unbound, still holds the power to change the world.
You start thinking about the people suffering around the world, really suffering. And you start wondering, why was I born? What is my purpose of existence here on this earth?
Gandhi once stated that the outward form of art means nothing unless it reveals the inward spirit. For him, art was never entertainment. It was to serve the upliftment of the human spirit, and that art and music must be used for the reduction of suffering, dissolving the ego, elevating character, and for the awakening of humanity's conscience.
Remarkable musician. He does everything on a 4-track machine, which is like old school. Although he's this incredible musician, that isn't really what's being flaunted.
Yeah.
It's this overall feeling and a vibe, this atmosphere, his textures, the depth of sound. So much modern music, it just seems bland to me. And the subject matter, you know, that's the other thing. I mean, Billy writes songs that have real depth of meaning.
It's like a confection of profundity.
It definitely needs something to help save mankind, you know, because we're heading in a fairly dark way.
Very own filmmaker Billy Yeager. Producers Gary Bryce. Gary has been filming with Billy Yeager for over 1 year.
The character Lloyd that Billy created was inspired by a good friend of Billy's, Jaco Pastorius, who is considered a musical genius. I think he uses some of his mannerisms as well as some of the language Jaco used.
Florida, and it is premiering at the Delray Beach Film.
Biggest buzz at the festival is the film A Perfect Song by Billy Yeager. Folks are lining up for over an hour ago to get into the theater. He not only wrote the film, but also produced, directed, and acted in the lead role.
He had literally shaved the top of his head.
Billy put himself entirely into that role. He gained all this weight, shaved his head. He was playing 2 characters in that feature film.
Win the awards that it collected several decades ago.
Rock and roll used to stand for something. Was fuck the establishment. We all sold out like whores.
An unprecedented 4 awards at its first and only screening.
A film crew has made a stop in the Nebraska Panhandle in their quest to enlighten people. Yeagers decided to give up all their worldly possessions, travel, and make a movie, causing people to think outside the box.
Jesus of Malibu is the wave of the future. Meet filmmakers Anais and William Yeager. Where? In the middle of the desert, right here in Death Valley.
What is going to inspire the audience is to find meaning and purpose in their lives.
Famous piano.
So where did it come from?
So we don't know how.
Highly symbolic and profound.
It's a wake-up call to humanity.
But we have solved the mystery.
On the sandbar, sees this guy on TV claiming he did it.
They're producing. It's called Jesus of Malibu.
Piano, which is a reflection on society.
Jimi Hendrix thing.
Jimmy's story and his story. Long lost tapes of Jimi Hendrix.
Long lost son of Jimi Hendrix.
He's Hendrix's son and he's got the tapes to prove it. The long lost tapes of Jimi Hendrix. Music never heard before. His famous father, Jimi Hendrix.
Box that contained cassette recording, the last lyrics ever written by Hendrix. And may he perform some of the tunes live at a club in England.
There's a biological link.
The story had already been out. He had long lost tapes. He was Jimmy's son.
He's Jimmy's story.
Billy wanted to make a point with regards to serious subject matters versus trivial celebrity news. In a feature story, he wore an outfit, handmade with scriptures listed on his pants leg. He included the scripture of repentance.
The prosecutors now say he did not commit.
And they were determined to use their talents to create awareness regarding the tens of thousands of wrongful convictions.
These children are victims of landmine explosion.
The concert are going to raise money to provide wheelchairs to landmine victims. Here to tell us more are Billy and his wife.
Billy and Ananias's mission to help those who cannot help themselves.
It just feels like he's got some connection where things just stream through him, whether it's lyrically or musically. He's a lucky man from that point of view. But then I think pretty much everything Billy does has got this kind of depth to it. Because I think he's on a mission. In a way, it's a pity he's a recluse in that sense, and his work doesn't get out there more, but he's a true artist. I'd like to see Billy get the recognition and get his work out there. I think the world needs this right now.
In every era, when humanity loses its way and the soul of society grows dim, a spiritual revival quietly rises. A sanctuary appears, not in temples or cathedrals, but in the hearts of those rare artists who refuse to let truth die. When art, music, and film become hollow vessels created only for profit and applause, a few stand against the tide. In every generation, there are a few artists who refuse to bow, souls who step away from the noise, the fame, the easy applause, and choose the harder road, the road of truth. Billy Yeager is one of those artists. He disappeared into the desert for 5 years, not to escape the world but to understand it, to strip away everything that wasn't real until only spirit, sound, and purpose remained. Seneca once wrote, "It is to the interest of the commonwealth of mankind that there should be someone who is unconquered, someone against whom fortune has no power. That is Billy Yeager." Billy creates music that lifts listeners like waves, carrying them toward unseen spiritual dimensions. And his films, they are not movies. They are confrontations, mirrors held up to a culture obsessed with fame, yet starving for meaning. His films are surreal pilgrimages, visions that erupt with the thunder of sacred rapture. They ask a question most artists fear: can something this true, this unfiltered, this spiritually charged, truly exist in our world? Prince once called him the funkiest guitarist he had ever heard. Jaco Pastorius said Billy was one of the greatest guitarists he ever played with. Discovered numerous times John Hammond, Grammy Award winner Bruce Hornsby, Rod Stewart, Doc McGee, John Pearson. Every time Billy stood at the threshold of fame, he closed the door himself. He walked away. He chose the harder road. Because for him, the quest for truth came first. He renounced possessions. He sacrificed comfort and recognition. He committed his entire body, mind, and soul to the process of his creations. He fasted for weeks sometimes on nothing but water. Sometimes with nothing, he submitted his body to electromagnetic wave frequencies, his mind to electrodes, his piano to Tesla's scientific theories, sacred geometry, vibration, wave frequency. Years of research went into his music and films. Meditation, silence, desolation, isolation. 5 years in the desert with his wife Anais, forging a power they refused to sell. Films left unreleased, masterpieces left unseen. He never cared about followers, subscribers, algorithms, or applause. He chose the narrow gate, the one no one else dared to walk. He confronted and challenged the media. He exposed the lies in today's modern society. He forced humanity to look at its own reflection, the parts we hide, the truths we bury. Billy Yeager has endured and overcome extraordinary adversity. A survivor of a brutal sexual assault, tortured and rape as a child, and also a suicide survivor, he refused to let these tragedies define him. Instead of retreating into despair, he transformed his pain into purpose, using his experiences to deepen his empathy, strengthen his understanding of others, and devote his talents to helping people who are suffering. He fights for the innocent and forgotten. He stands with the impoverished, abused, and broken. He speaks for those who have no voice, not because it is fashionable, but because it is right. He speaks against trivial pop culture, celebrity worship, and the media itself, who has tried multiple times to embarrass and silence him, from the United States Supreme Court to seizing mysterious pianos and anything he feels he can use to get across his message as an artist. And yet his videos that reveal this injustice will be banned by robots, removed and censored multiple times. Still, he found ways to be heard, even if it meant becoming Jimi Hendrix's son, Pat Metheny, Led Zeppelin, Foo Fighters, or bringing David Bowie back to life, whatever it takes to wake humanity up to the truth about our society. In a world that rewards compromise, Billy Yeager remains uncompromised. In a world that worships the spotlight, he chooses the desert and the sun. In a world that chases followers, likes, and subscribers, he follows spirit. This is why his story matters. This is why his vision endures, because every once in a while, a single human being reminds us that art is not a product to be manufactured and sold. It is a calling, a responsibility, a flame that must be protected. Billy Yeager has paid that cost. He has lived it. He has walked through fire and come back with something sacred.
But what makes Jesus of Malibu even more interesting is the scientific approach the couple applied to making films, discovering field energy grids, filming on sacred geometric locations, combining metaphysics and sacred geometry to compose the musical score.
I was experimenting with electromagnetic current as you apply it to the brain.
A guy like Billy, though, who knows? He's like Einstein. You know, anything could come. I wrote about Billy in the magazine. What Billy was doing back then was way ahead of his time. He was submitting Fibonacci sequenced wave vibrations he created to Tupperwares of water, freezing them and examining them with a high-powered microscope, creating these scientific musical tunings that can heal and manifest a higher conscious awareness.
Does a lot of his music is an unusual tuning. It just definitely gives some magical element to his stuff. I must admit, I really want to watch Jesus of Malibu. That's the film that I really want to see.
Watching fucking Super Bowl Sunday and give me my beer and just shove some bullshit up my fucking asshole. What the fuck is wrong with everybody? You can't kill truth! I am the kingdom of heaven!
Film that changed the world is a documentary film that tells the story about the making of another film called Jesus of Malibu.
The film that changed the world. That film went on to win the Most Inspirational Film Award.
In a lot of ways felt for me like I was encountering Jesus. Encountering something very countercultural. Anybody who sees it is going to be transformed.
I don't know what to say. I've never seen anything like it.
The film was painful. It was uplifting.
I would say this is very inspirational. It will open your eyes to a lot.
As many people as possible should see.
I don't think I've ever seen a film as powerful as the one I just saw.
Unlike anything I'd ever seen.
I went to bed, woke up the next morning. First thing that came into my mind was the movie trailer.
I was amazed just to see the sheer power.
There was a distilled and purified truth
that lingered inside of me.
And they were mirroring these emotions and these deep feelings and this passion about the world that I've had my whole entire life. My whole entire life.
This is really going to help wake up the world.
It's a deep film made by deep souls.
The flesh longs for things, acceptance, the world's acceptance, vanities, possessions. The spirit longs for nothing.
People like Rod Stewart, various artists that just thought he was amazing. To walk away from that is, well, in my head, is quite difficult, but obviously not for him. He didn't want to be famous. He wanted to change the world.
God's sake, I'm God's last chance, the last living prophet!
What everyone needs to know, you're the only person who's seen this film in over 20 years, and that made you want to come here today to let everyone know that every musician in the world needs to see this film.
Find out about Billy's film, A Perfect Song, the film that no one has seen except Phil Brown, and learn more about Billy's music and other films, and how to become involved. Go to billyjaeger.com and subscribe for updates regarding performances and film screenings in selective locations and in the desert and on the ocean at Camino de Santiago.